Hey guys, I'm back with another video. This video we are modeling Rugrats. So I wanted to go with a more complex model. So the first thing we're doing is the Raptor car. I'm really excited for this 3D model. So I started off with a cylinder, and now I am just voxel merging out um, the little insert where the seat's going to be, and the tail I'm using the tube tool. So I was very nervous doing this because I was like, how am I gonna make this? But I made it, and you're gonna see the process. Some of my videos did not record. I'm still trying to find out the best recording setup. So you see me, in the video kind of skips around. I try my best to kind of catch you all up. So as far as the Raptor, again, I'm just blocking out shapes. So for the tail, I'm like, okay, I can use the tube tool. And then I'm just going in and adding the little details of the rivets. Again, all you have to do is look at the picture and see what type of shape it is. And pretty much just, use that as a base and build on top. So for the little, I guess you can call it horns that's on the tails, I'm using a spear and I'm flattening it down, and I'm using the smooth and the crease tool. And to add the holes in the horns of the tail, again, I'm using the cylinder. I'm hiding the layer, and then I'm voxel merging it with the tail. So that's how I'm able to almost do like a boolean operation. And I'm using the flatten tool to do the edges of the horns for the tail. So that's how I did that. And then I'm just cloning it. So one thing about 3D is you try to clone and mirror as much as you can, so you don't have to do everything by hand. And it's almost like a lot of repeating yourself. So just clone it. You don't have to remake it again once you made it one time, which I like. So now I'm just trying to make sure there's enough room for all the Rugrats. So you're going to see me trying to expand the Raptor and making sure it's like enough room. Because I'm gauging it by eye. So right now I am adding the seats. So I'm adding the seats where they're going to sit at. And again, I'm, making the Raptor larger, longer, to make sure that they have enough room inside the Raptor. I'm so proud of myself for not giving up, because again, I picked the most complex and hardest image I could find of the Rugrats on purpose, so I can, just continue to advance my 3D skills. And thank y'all for watching. Please subscribe. Okay, so yes, there's a part that's missing. I know. Again, I'm still trying to get my recording set up smoothly. So now I did the wheels and the head. The head of the Raptor was very difficult to do, but all it was a spear, and I cut it out and I flattened the back of it to give it that good clean line, and using the trim tool as well. Now I'm just adding the creases on the Raptor, making sure that as you see in the picture, there's lines. So I'm just adding the creases wherever I see a line on the picture. And please make sure you label your layers. I was like, okay, I'm getting a lot of layers. I need to go ahead and rename, so I don't have to go back once I'm done and rename 5,000 layers. The steering wheel was very easy. Again, all it is the tourist shape, cylinder, and spear. So again, all it is just looking at the picture and seeing what shapes you recognize. Right now I'm creating the arm, and again, all it is a bunch of cylinders. I did use the tube tool because there's a bend with the arm. I guess you call it like an elbow. But other than that, I use cylinders. And then for the paw hands, I'm going to use the tube tool again. I love the tube tool because I'm not good at fingers, but the tube tool makes it so much easier to use for fingers. Like, it's like a very good cheat code. So now, you guys, again, all I did was just clone it. I'm gonna clone this and put it on the other side. My mirror setting is kind of off, so that's why I cloned it. I didn't mirror it. I have to figure out how to reset the mirror because it's not in the center. Okay, so now we're doing the nose. Again, cylinder, voxel remesh to do the boolean effect. Wait till you see me model the Rugrats. It's like so funny because I'm like, that was hard too. But I had fun doing the raptor. Now I'm just adding screws, small little details. You can play around with it. You don't have to have it exactly like the picture. You just have fun with it. Like, I feel like art is subjective, so whatever you want to do, just do it. It's easily recognizable as it is, so if I wanted to add different things, I can. I am a perfectionist, but I'm trying to pull away from, oh, it has to look exactly like the photo. It doesn't. Just make your own interpretation of it. So I'm doing the eyes, you guys, and again, it's just 2 cylinders. And to do the voxel merge, to do the boolean effect, so it can have some depth in his eyes. And then that's the spear that I'm going to use. I use a trim tool to cut the spear in half for the pupil, and then I'm doing the back of the eye, making sure it's positioned right. With 3D modeling, make sure you turn your model all the way around, upside down, left, front, right, to make sure it looks okay on all sides, not just one side, because we are going from a 2D object to a 3D object, so we gotta make sure the left side, it looks okay and not leave him out. And please make sure you label your layers. Okay, so first up, Angelica, and yes, I know my recording stopped and I didn't notice until like the end. I was upset, but real quick, all I did was again use shapes such as her head is 2 spears. I used the layer tool and hit subtract to dig in to carve out her mouth, and I used cubes for her teeth. For her hair, I used the mask tool, and then I hit extract for her hair. Right now I'm doing her hand, which is just I used a spear, and then I didn't really put much details in like their arms and stuff. The most detail in this picture is the raptor. I wanted people to focus on the raptor. So for her hands, I did use cylinders. I didn't use tube tool. You can use either or. And I didn't model her body because I just didn't think it was that important. And the way that the final render is going to be, it's only going to be forward facing. You're not going to see the back of her body. So I'm like, okay, let me just worry about the front. So Angelica's is only head and arms. So as you notice, the other hands I did use a tube tool because it kind of curved, like she is curving her hand on the eye. So that's why I used the tube tool and not cylinders. And then now I'm just going in, make sure she has ears. And I was trying to figure out if I want to use the crease tool, but I think I ended up using the flatten tool to kind of make an indentation in her ear. So sometimes you have to like play around with the tools to see which one you want to use. And then I'm adding her hair bows. And then now I'm trying to make sure I have all of the elements grouped together for Angelica, which is very important. Now on to Tommy. One thing I noticed was the Rugrats head shapes are very weird. So I did my best. Again, it's all about artist interpretation. So just do your best. I am using a combination of the drag tool and move tool to kind of like mold his expression. For his body, of course, cylinder for his neck. And then I'm going to use actually a spear for his eyes, and I just flatten it. That's the best way to do eyeballs, is just a spear and then flatten it almost like an oval. And then I'm adding clay to build up his nose. He has a little small nose, so you don't need that much. So in the picture you see he's kind of like turned. So that's how I modeled him, turned the same way as in the coloring book page. And then again, I'm trying to add more clay to add like that cheek. So his hair, again, I'm using the tube tool for the hair. And I like how you can edit, you can add points to make the hair kind of like thin at the top and then fat at the bottom. I did clone it, but I'm going to uninstance them so it could be a variation of different little hair follicles instead of them all being the same way. So you can see that. I tell you, like, details matters when it comes to 3D. The more details, the better the model will come out. So that's why I like to do more complex modeling. So for the pupils, again, I'm using the spear, and then with the spear, I am flattening it into an oval. Tommy was like, I want to say maybe the easiest one to do. So he's done pretty much his head. So for the body, I did use the tube tool, but I made, again, like I had two points where I edited. So the top of the tube was small, and then as you go down, it gets wide, almost like a cone. But I didn't want a cone because if I would have added a cone, it would have that point at the top, and I didn't. So with the tube tool, it's flat at the top, which I like. So I did the same for his sleeves of his shirt, and then now I'm adding his arm, which is another tube. And now I'm just trying to, like, put everything into place. Adding his hands. I always start with a spear for the palm, and then sometimes you can just drag it out. Like, again, some areas you don't have to be as detailed. Like, he's gonna zoom in on his hand, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, let me just, get a spear and drag it out to make little fingers, and that's what I did. For the bottom, I just used half of a spear to mimic the little diaper. Again, this is like, use your imagination. What do you think it's gonna look like? I didn't do legs and all that because, again, it's just gonna be from the waist up. So I didn't worry too much. What people can't see, why would you build it? You know what I'm saying? Like, work smarter, not harder. So that's what I did. So thank you guys for tuning into this video. Please enjoy the rest. Like I said, I wasn't able to get all of the characters recorded because my recorder started acting funny. So part 2 will be me coloring the Rugrats and the Raptor. So please like and subscribe and comment below what cartoon character I should do next. Thanks.